Yo guys, what's going on? Wolf Bravo, Combat Gamer here. Just hopping on live. I'm actually going to be playing some Final Fantasy X today. I figured Thursday's a good day to kind of start it off. I'm actually going to do a Let's Play. I'm actually going to be recording the footage as well so I can put it up on my YouTube. Final Fantasy X has a lot of nostalgia for me, and I've played it a little bit here and there over the last couple months. Or past couple of years anyway. And so we're going to be not only just playing the main storyline, we're going to be doing a couple different things. Like, we're going to be going off the story, doing the extra side quests to get the extra Aeons, getting the celestial weapons, getting everything that's a part of the game. And then the final ending of the game will be actually fighting Penance. Now, I've never fought Penance before. I've watched people fight him, but me personally, I've never fought him before. Being in the United States, I never had the opportunity to fight Penance as a kid in the original version. So I'm really excited to be doing this run through with all of you guys. So if we can, let's go ahead and get the hype. I'm really looking forward to this. Alright. As you guys can see, I have a ton of games that I've played. But we're going to create a whole new one. We're going to go Expert Sphere Grid. We're going to have some fun with it. Arranged soundtrack. I love the new soundtrack for the HD. This is my story.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Now this game, so growing up, I grew up in an NES and PlayStation world, PlayStation 1 world, and then the PlayStation 2 got released when I was probably about 11 years old. And my mom's husband at the time had a PlayStation 2, and I bought this game for it. Wait. Oh. Went down the wrong tube. But,
Of course.
and so this game, I played it. We're just gonna go Titus this game. Titus, however you pronounce it. But this game, man, I got up to the Calmlands, and that was it. That was all I could do.
Do this.
Did not pass where the Calmlands were because I didn't know about grinding. I didn't know the importance of actually fighting and building your sphere grid properly. Because I mean, I was a 11-year-old kid, so I'm really excited to be playing this game for everybody on this.
No problem. Alrighty.
And actually going all the way to Penance.
Take it easy.
Fighting all the Dark Aeons, that should be a challenge. And I will definitely be doing some off-screen grinding, so you guys don't have to suffer through that.
Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz.
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight. Well,
You can't tonight.
I mean.
It always tripped me out that this little tiny kid was telling him what he couldn't do.
Promise.
I was like, man, that kid should have some powers. But then learning who that kid is, it was pretty intense.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jet, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? Oh.
Make way, make way. Coming through, sorry. Hey! Hey, let...
And I will be playing some Blitzball and stuff. I actually really enjoy playing Blitzball. I think it's fun. Especially because you have to do all the grinding and stuff to get the celestial items for Waka. I love how good this looks remastered. It looks so awesome. Now, growing up, I was always the nerd. I never played much sports. I never did much sports-wise or anything like that. So, you know, once I ended up wrestling a little bit, having a good time wrestling. But I always thought that it was way cool how they could hold their breath underwater. Hold their breath underwater for like 10 minutes and fight. So the things I figured I would do is I would do this in chapters. Basically, after every big major boss fight, I'll go ahead and stop recording this for that day. That way it's kind of fun, kind of a good time.
Orin! What are you doing? I was waiting for you. What are you talking about?
So if you guys have any suggestions on how you would like to see this done, like I said, I figure every big boss, or if you guys would like at certain different intervals, just let me know. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want it to be too short, obviously.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
What the? Huh? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way.
Look, we called it sin.
Here comes Sin.
Take it.
So these are some good grinding spots for the game. This is one spot where you can grind up and just get a ton of sphere grid. But I don't know if I want to do that this game at all. Just kind of run through it. At times I will grind, because at times I will need to.
I hope you know how to use it.
Because, I mean, I know that there's like no sphere grid runs and stuff, but I don't know Riku's kit near well enough to do it. So I won't be doing any kind of no sphere grid or anything.
We cut through. Don't bother going after all of them. Cut them.
So, this part you can actually farm,
Get out of my town!
Some cat.
actually farm overdrives really, really well on this. Ah. It's been a while. Like, I've known people to get all of Tidus's overdrives just in this mode, but man, that takes a lot. Now, once it gets later on in the game, I'll actually basically just use Tidus, Wakka, and Riku. They're kind of the three that are the most important for the Dark Aeons, to fight the Dark Aeons with. Riku because of her mixes, Tidus because he's just fast and balanced, and Wakka because of his attack reels. Attack reels is the strongest attack in the game. So this part you can't die. You can't lose it all. Demi does a certain percentage of your HP. Oh, and you have a save sphere right here. Save, new save data.
What are you laughing at, old man?
This game is so much fun.
Let's get out of here.
I've played through it a couple times, but I have never fully...
Give me a break, man.
I've never gone through the whole game and, like, played against... I've fought against a couple of Dark Aeons, but, like, the easier ones. But I've never fully gotten through the whole thing. I've never fought I've never fought Penance or anything like that. So the trick to this part is to kill the ones that flicker, so they can't shoot their spines at you. And then eventually you're gonna fight the or try and hit the machine a couple times.
This could be bad.
Garn's about to tell you.
That. Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Now, what the Expert Sphere Grid is, for those that you don't know, it makes it so everybody starts in the same spot on the sphere grid, and then you can kind of control where everybody goes after that. So it's kind of a more advanced way to play, picking who you want to be your mage, who you want to be, you know, yada yada yada. So Only thing I don't like about this one is how long the cutscenes are, and you can't really skip them or anything. There are a couple you can skip, but you can't skip all of them. I am gonna, for especially this playthrough, I'm gonna let all the cutscenes play, just so that everybody gets the full story.
All begins here. Hey. Hey.
My old man? I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel
I'll be right back, guys.
lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there? Aaron! Hey!
Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to take. So this part is kind of cool because you can find all of the Albed primers a little bit earlier on, or some of them anyway. And I'll show you guys where they're all at. Some of them you can find early, some of them you can find late. Some of them are only available in certain places, and if you pass them up, you'll never be able to go back and get them. So I'll tend to run around and try and find them all. We'll save here. And I do like to run around and make sure I get all the chests. Because you never know when you'll need the extra potions. I like that later on when you come back to this area to get one of the extra Aeons, you actually fight this dude again. And Titus is like, I need to get some revenge. I really enjoy it. Just come over here, attack it once, donk, do 20 damage. So he's got like 10k hit points. Attack it a couple times, then you have to run away.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
All right. One thing I've always wondered is if, since Jet came here, if this thing right here was always something that actually, let's go ahead and configure some stuff. is if this was Jack's campfire as well. Yeah, you gotta examine that, and then we gotta find the flint and steel. Which, right here, you find the fuel. Then I usually always come over here. Because there should be a hidden chest, if I remember right. Right over here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Get the high potion. Just again, you never know when you'll need the potions. Then another chest. Ethers are definitely nice. They replenish your magic. And then, oh, the store's locked. That's right. There should be a chest down here, or a desk actually. Oh, okay, so it's not this one. I'm not perfect at this game. This game is one that I am still learning a lot on. Still learning how, learn the ways of the ropes on this one. Saving is very important. Pretty much every chance I get, I try to save. For when it heals you completely and stuff. So then in here, you examine the drawer, find the flint. Then you have steel on your sword, so you've gotten the fuel, the steel, and everything. And you can make a fire.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
I step away again real quick, guys. Be right back.
Give me a break!
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Some people still don't understand that I'm trying to turn this streaming thing into a full-time thing. So, this Killik here, pretty simple to fight. It's got somewhere around 1,000 HP. Once you bring it to, I believe, half, then an attack party shows up. Alright, like this.
You on my side? Cool.
So grenades are pretty awesome. I like to steal a little bit. I'm pushing up Tidus. And I believe this should do it. Yep. Get some ability spheres, which are very important early on. You don't have access to them very easily early on.
That was close. Hey, let me go.
Fed! Trivida Grisa! Ifun Petit! Fapuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
Starting to get chilly.
Hey, that hurts. Whoa. Okay. Right, whatever. I said I don't understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You You understand me? All right, I'll work.
So there's what are the Abed primers? This actually is the only place you can find it. You can't find it anywhere else in the game, and it's the only place. And after this scene, it's gone.
Oh,
So this will explain how to use the sphere grid. I already know how to use it. Basically, this is how you level up in the game. So this is how you get stronger throughout the game, which is very useful for, especially for when you get to the Dark Aeons. You want to be pretty much maxed out. What I'll do is I'll save it here.
we found some ancient ruins. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
One thing you can do, you can return to the ship, and they'll give you some potions.
We'll go as soon as...
Suchai.
Is it this one that gives them to you? Yep, there we go. And we'll go for about probably another 15 or so minutes, maybe more. This is the start. I might let it go a little bit farther, longer. Actually, we can actually use the sphere grid right now. So this is Tidus's. This one's Riku's. This one, I believe, yep, that's Lulu's grid. I'm trying to remember whose this one is. Oh, this one's Waka's. Okay. I actually really like Tidus's grid, for Tidus especially. But teaching cheer is very important for some places. 5 times cheer basically almost doubles your damage and your resistances. So I've always loved how he just beats the crap out of it and it starts working. Typical early 2000s, late 90s thoughts. Now there's one of those boss monsters. I steal a couple grenades from it. I'll typically cheer, do 5 times cheer. And at some point you actually have to surround this guy. So that's 2. Three. Four. Five. So now my guys are as strong as they can get and do as much damage, and take the least amount of damage you can take. So she's even doing over 100 now. He's doing almost 300. So it goes like this to charge at you. Then charges once. Now it moves over here, and then you surround it. Pincer attack. Now this part, I'm actually going to throw a grenade to get the overkill. Now if you get an overkill, then it drops double the spheres it normally would. So I didn't drop anything, darn. Yeah, I'm super excited to be playing this. About an hour in. I'm going to be doing a full Final Fantasy X Let's Play, where I'm posting it all on YouTube as well. And I'm going all the way to Penance, the final boss.
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I? Hungry.
I've played this one a couple times.
Whoa! Right on.
Yeah, I've played it a couple times. But I've never played it all the way through.
Hey! It's because you eat too fast. Hey!
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Why didn't you
I'll
say
text you
so
the exact
early?
link
I didn't
later.
get a chance to. Everyone thought
I'll send it to
were
you.
rude.
Okay, I'm getting frustrated here.
Oh, we means you.
My chats are supposed to be showing up.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Albed. Can't you tell? Wait, you're not an Albed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Albed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkin. I'm a blitzball player.
My chats are supposed to be showing up on the left side of the page.
Of the Xanarkin Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
It makes it easier for me to read them. And it's not showing up.
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkin. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I...
This one's actually my favorite. Number 10. Hands down. No contest.
You were near Sin.
This is the first one I've ever played
Don't worry,
all the way
you'll be there
through
in no time.
from
They say
the
that Riku's
beginning to
memory
the end of the actual main storyline.
just had some kind of dream.
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays Blitzball there.
There we go.
Huh?
Now you should be able to see the chats. It's the storyline, it's the characters. I like how vast it is and all of the extra stuff you can do. Because there's so much you can do with it in the future. So much extra things you can do while you play. where it's just not just the storyline of the game. There's all the celestial weapons, there's the dark aeons and everything. All the side quests and Albed primers and stuff you can
You
get.
said you play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah,
I love 10, but I actually hated 10 too.
okay. Leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise.
Waka's probably my favorite character in the whole game, though.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh.
I tried playing it. Played it for maybe 2 hours. They would give it a really good go, and then I couldn't play it anymore. I did not like it.
My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place?
Now you should be able to see your chats showing up in the top left.
Since when?
That's what I was frustrated about, that wasn't showing up. Waka.
Sin just took me
We're about to
a
meet
holy
him.
place that I can go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future?
Sounds good, Noob. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No way.
Get me another viewer, more chats. Appreciate it, man. Even if it's just in the background. Yep, let's save. Well, kind of happy about that. Got the first section done in an hour. It's not too bad with all the cutscenes. The video should also be coming a lot better.
Riku!
I try not to say names online,
Blitzball!
but it is my best friend since childhood.
Hey!
We've known each other since we were in diapers. That'll give you the hint. Alright, so starting this off, I'm going to come over here, get the piece to Yuna's celestial weapon. No worries. It's more fun to put it that way. So I've changed up the stream a little bit. Am I a little bit more clear now? I've gotten a different program and stuff.
Finally. Things were starting to look
Spent
up.
like 4.5 hours changing up settings and everything yesterday and downloading a new program. So hopefully I'll be coming across clearer. And like I added the chat on the screen and everything so that it's easier for me, so I don't have to be looking at all three screens at the same time. I can just look at one screen.
You know amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
What team you say again?
I meant, forget that.
Thank you.
I got too close to.
I'm really
saying-
excited about it.
My head's
Spent
all foggy,
like, yeah,
but-
4 hours of maintenance on everything, downloading programs and downloading little widgets and
Since
downloading new
Mark's
starts.
got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon.
That way I could get this all HD and everything. I need to buy a new hard drive though, because I have a feeling recording this all in HD is going to be
Coach and
completely taking up all the space in my computer. Especially such a big game like this.
You hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkin was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him.
The next week, when I get paid, I will actually have a webcam. And the webcam will be in the bottom left.
Sins are punishment for letting things get out of
That's my
hand.
next
What gets me though is we
goal,
gotta
is to have the
step up
webcam of it.
to what some goofballs did way back when.
Getting a
Of course,
green
we
screen
must always
behind me.
repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanarkand Abes, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better, maybe.
I'm investing a lot of money into it since it's going to be my job. So it's definitely going to be that of a full-time streamer.
Hey,
And yeah, it's totally nostalgia. So like I said at the beginning of my stream, it was the start of my love of RPGs. PlayStation 2 just came out when I was like 10 or 11, and then a year later, Final Fantasy X came out, and I was like, you know, I want to try it, and so I saved up my allowance and got it, and played it for
What's the big idea?
forever. Got to the Calmlands, and then that was it. So I love how it looks under the water. They did such a good job with the HD remaster version of this game. I'm going to farm these guys a little bit. They drop ability spheres, which are really important throughout the game. This is the earliest spot you can get them. So... should be a chest. Is it over here? Nope. Okay. It's be over here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a really good microphone too. One of the really good microphones. So I can also start recording my music again. Make things really, really crisp. Move along a little bit. Let's use a speed sphere, power sphere, cool. There's the chest I was looking for. Thank you. That means a lot. I figure, you know, especially in these harder times, people kind of need something where they can just sit back and enjoy watching somebody play. Something that's not so serious, not too bad, not, you know, too rough or anything. So, why not just go ahead and play these and play the more fun games and have a good time doing it. Let people kick back and relax. And where I'm retired, I'm very fortunate that I can do this full time right off the bat, where most people have to, you know, have the second jobs and stuff. You know, I collect the retirement check every month, and that's it. I mean, I just recently hit 100 views, which is amazing. I'm very excited about that. 100 views on my Twitch stream. Just hit 22 views on my YouTube, so things are going well with it.
Let me go!
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
Thank you. I'm very excited about that. Once I hit 100 views on my Twitch stream, I threw out a huge post on my business Facebook about it, thanking everybody.
It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
And hopefully, as people keep going on, more and more get known, more and more people will watch, and hopefully have a good time watching.
Sure thing.
One thing I'm excited for, my mom's birthday is at the end of this month, and I'm going to make her a beef Wellington.
I thought then that Blitzball and
Yeah.
Sam were the only two
Yeah, it's the
things that
same
Spear
codename.
and Tannerkin had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
12 Bravo Combat Gamer.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right. So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, hey!
You should be able to.
So, you want to win the next turn? So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory! When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
Okay, it's not pulling up at all. That's frustrating. I'm trying to send you the link to the YouTube. I'll just share one of my videos with you, and then you can follow it from there. Yeah, my mom's actually never had my beef Wellington, so she's kind of excited.
Ah, the one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey,
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village. Besaid village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Kata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
Of course I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try.
I love how he acts like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Alright. So there's a few things you actually can only get this point in time in the game. One of them is the secondary overdrive for one of your Aeons. There's an Al Bhed primer right here. I'm actually going to go like this and load. Oh. Save the game. First chance I get, I'll load all the Al Bhed primers from one of my other plays. Actually, no. I won't even worry about that. I'll get them all throughout the game. Alright, where's the other chest? Should be a chest over here somewhere. No? Okay. So that dog barking is very, very important to this storyline. If you want to get the secondary overdrive for your first Aeon, it's the only way. Valifor is the only Aeon you can get the secondary overdrive for. And it's twice as powerful as the normal one.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Here in about 10 minutes, I'll probably stop this, the playthrough for today.
Finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a high summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin.
Then I'll probably play some Galactic
It was funny hearing myself
Civilizations
make the same excuse over and over.
or something.
Funny,
I'll figure out
and a little
the game to
sad.
play next.
The summoners
Thursday's going to be my kind of day off from League.
sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men or something like that, I figured.
How's your mom and dad been doing with all this? No worries. How's your mom and dad been doing with the whole coronavirus stuff going on? Your dad's still working? Or able to work anyway? I'm glad to hear that you started school back up.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
That's good.
You could at least go see how they're doing. We can't interfere. It's a rule. But it's been
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
cares whether he comes?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Waka?
Nice, it's awesome.
Is something...
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Yeah, that's always,
Hey,
you know,
but what
one
if
of those
the-
issues
what if the summoner
when
dies?
schools shut down.
Precepts must be obeyed.
It's
Like I
definitely,
care.
it was definitely interesting to hear that all schools shut down and my kids were doing homeschool.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
So this is the Cloister Trials. It's one of the more interesting parts of it. You actually have to go through the whole Cloister Trials, and you need to get the Destruction Spheres. If you have any want to get not Yojimbo, Anima, one of the extra Aeons. And there's a special part that you can miss out on in almost every single one. Yeah, these Cloister Trials are actually kind of cool. So this is a sphere. Bring this one down here. Put it in the door. Then once the door opens, come back over here. Take the sphere. Stick it in the wall. And there's the Destruction Sphere. So I've got the Destruction Sphere for this one now. And you bring it over here. I believe you insert it here? Is that right? No. Yeah, you gotta touch the wall. And then, in case there's that sphere, you only hold one sphere at a time, so I'm going to put this back here. Because I need to take this out. Yeah, and if you miss out on some of these, then you'd have to fight the Dark Aeons just to get to them. And that's no fun. So he pushes that through. And this goes down here. Right? Yep. pops up in this wall. And there's a treasure chest. Well, this is the first Final Fantasy that they did this for. And once you get the Destruction Sphere, then you can finish off the puzzle.
Hey! What's gotten into you? Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian? Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
Well, this is the first time that they did such big terms and had such big changes to how you play.
Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
The other ones before this didn't have as extensive side quests
Is
to do.
the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Yep, that's Lulu. And, gosh, I think 2001, 2002? ...2001. This is almost 20 years old. It'll be 20 years old next year. Yeah. This is the first time that they had a 3D aspect. Before that, it was all played on the original PlayStation. With all this 3D stuff.
Have become a summoner.
And then they remastered it and changed the HD quality and stuff. A couple years back.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Yeah. And I will be getting all of the celestial weapons. I'm going to be fighting all of Dark Aeons, things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun throughout this whole thing.
What? Ow!
I'm going to fight,
Do you see this?
and then
I can't see
get all the way to
anything.
Penance, who's the final boss,
Ready?
who has over 10 million HP. Good old Valifor.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep all the names the same.
I remember that night we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys.
I can't wait to play Blitzball. It's so much fun.
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team. To bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
As a kid, I didn't enjoy it or appreciate it enough. And then, when I first played this, gosh, 3 years ago, again, to get all the celestial weapons, in order to walk a celestial weapon, you have to play. And I fell in love with it again.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that.
I think Lulu's more attractive,
That's amazing.
but
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can
hey, bud.
talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah? Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Time to call it a night.
Good. Sleep tight.
Love how he dreams about Yuna and Riku right here.
Find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me! told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming
With the game, I don't struggle with Final Fantasy much at all.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball. Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly. I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit. You can do it!
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead.
The only part that sucks is you do have to grind a little bit.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu.
There are parts you kind of have to grind if you really want to do well.
In the first place,
That's probably the only thing I don't like about it. You can't just seamlessly play, but it does make it more fun at times.
Yeah, but
that's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Yeah.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
my little brother, Chapu. Looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Alright. So it just saved. I'm about to save again. And that's going to be it for today's Let's Play. Yeah, thank you again for coming by. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody else has a good day. If you're watching this on my YouTube, thank you so much for watching this. I hope it was somewhat informative. Please don't hesitate to ask some questions in the comments down below. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.